Right now, though, we welcome back Karen McMillan and Milla Mackenzie Brown from NZ Book Lovers, who have three fantastic books for us to review today. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Nice to see you, looking gorgeous today. Now, I'm very excited to review this first book that we've got today, Jojo Moyes. She's a very popular author.
Yes.
We know and love her for a certain genre, but her new book is called The Giver of Stars. Most people will have heard of her, right? Particularly with the movies and things as well.
I think most people know Me Before You, which was made into a movie. And look, I discovered Jojo Moyes years ago, I think probably before most people. And she's a wonderful writer, so I'm thrilled at how successful she's been. 38 million copies of her books have sold. Wow. She's translated into 46 languages. I mean, that's seriously successful, isn't it?
38 million copies?
Yes, that's crazy.
Did that all come with Me Before You? Was that her big?
No, she's got a big backlist.
Oh, I need to go back through the back catalogue.
Yeah, read them all, they're all good.
And translated into 46 languages, so she's universal. What's her new novel? Because it's not the Jojo Moyes that we know.
No, she's done a historical novel. So this one's set in the late 1930s. And it centres around a character called Alice Wright. Now, she's in England and she has this whirlwind romance with this wealthy American. So she marries him, they move to Kentucky, and she thinks she's going to have a lovely marriage, that she's going to have lots of excitement after a very stifled life in England. Unfortunately, whatever spark she had with her husband just fizzles out pretty much straight away. Her father-in-law is living with them and he's very obnoxious and overbearing, and she's more stifled in her new life than she was back in England.
She needs a purpose, right?
Yeah, so you can guess something's going to change. And she meets a character called Marjorie O'Hare. Now, Marjorie's this feisty, independent character who's living life to her own rules, and she set up this travelling library. So Alice decides to join as a writer. So she rides on horseback to all these remote places in the region, delivering books to, people that live far-flung. And while she's doing that, she discovers freedom and great friendship with all these other women. But then as the novel progresses, there's trouble. The townspeople kind of turn against the whole idea of the library delivering these books. Marjorie's actually taken into prison, so it's very dire. And Alice is complicated. She starts developing feelings for someone who's not her husband.
No, but you're not a little secret. I've read it, people, and it is very, very, very good. What made me even more interested in it is the idea that perhaps it's not quite all fiction.
Yes, I love the fact that it's based, the library's a real thing. So the WPA Horseback Library Program ran from 1935 to 1943, which I think this is utterly unique, but a wonderful thing to base the story around.
Yeah, absolutely. Who will like this novel?
Oh, anyone who likes strong historical fiction, great characters, an unexpected love story, and something that's really emotional. Like, I don't know about you, but I was grabbing those tissues near the end of the book.
It was a grippy read. I absolutely loved it, and it was nice to read her with in a different genre. Let's talk about the next one, Milla, with you, Wildlife Aotearoa by Gavin Bishop. Tell us, what a beautiful book.
Yes.
Tell us, who's Gavin Bishop?
So he's an award-winning children's picture book writer and illustrator, and he lives in Christchurch, and he's published around 60 books. And yeah, this is a really cool book about the nature in New Zealand.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about it, because it looks divine.
Yes.
My kids would love to put their sticky little fingers all over it.
Yes.
Is it all of our wildlife?
Yeah, I would say so. So there's all these detailed spreads inside, so there's wildlife in the bush with bats and kiwis, and in the house with dust mites, garden snails, and even mice. So it's really exciting.
I love it. Look at all the illustrations and all the facts and everything.
Yes.
You'd learn lots from it, I bet. It's an oversized book. It's a large book. What was the idea behind that? Do you know?
So I think it's because it's bigger, and then you can see the pictures more clearly, so it's more exciting.
When I've got my three children around me on the bed, everybody can see and they're not fighting each other.
Yeah, because it's not small like this one.
That's
so
right, that's right. What's your verdict? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn
Well,
lots?
I think it's beautiful, and it's got stunning images and lots of interesting facts. I read it and learned a lot, so I think everybody will enjoy it.
I reckon it's a good one for a sack coming up this Christmas, maybe. Yeah. Let's finish off, because also at Christmas we like to hit the road and go camping. Tell us about the camping cookbook by Sarah Mutand.
Yes.
And Andrea Lavateri.
Yeah, they come from Spain and Italy before they settled here in New Zealand. Yeah, look, we've gone from oversized to just this gorgeous little hardback that you can pop into your backpack when you go camping. So it's perfect size, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So the authors decided when they moved to New Zealand they never wanted to forgo a fantastic meal, even if they're out in the wild. So that's the whole purpose behind this book, is you get out there, go camping, and you've got this great book of recipes that you can use.
Okay, tell us about the recipes, because in our caravan or our camping repertoire, bar, there's corn fritters, there's some packet pasta. I need some inspiration.
Oh, okay, we can do a little bit better than that.
I like the blueberry cornmeal pancakes, and what is amazing is that, so what you do is you put all the dry ingredients in a bag to take when you go camping, and it's amazing served with berries once you're finished.
Sounds delicious. My kids would love that. Karen, something for the adults though. There's a beer and cheese fondue.
Beer and cheese fondue. Like, I think a fondue is such a fun thing to do, isn't it? And I don't like beer, but you know, it tastes of cheese. And what a great way to like gather around a warm dish when you're out there in the wild. I think that's fabulous.
It's a great place for a fondue, actually. I've never considered doing that, but that's wonderful. Fantastic. Nice to see you both. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. All of these titles are available at mighty8.co.nz, and the full book reviews can be found at nzbooklovers.co.nz. But for the chance to win a copy of any of the books we've reviewed this morning, head to our Cafe Facebook page.